What is going on, everyone? It's your boy Johnny Dunn, and we are back with another one. Today, epic VeVe live stream. Today, we have two drops today. I think the second one is the big one that everybody's looking forward to. But of course, I'm going to go over the details of this first drop today, happening at 11 a.m. Eastern Time. Shout out to the chat, everybody joining today, joining the live stream. We got Just Led in here early. Shout out to Just Led. Good morning. Good luck on this morning's drop. Absolutely. Hopefully, we have a little chat gate. Hopefully Just Led's able to come away with something, being the first one in the chat. It's been happening lately, so hopefully we can keep it going. Austin Wolford, chat gate, absolutely in effect. We got Just Led as the first opportunity. Now, unbelievable. I didn't really think this was a thing, but the last few times, the first person to leave a comment in the chat has been either getting the drop or getting a rebound. I don't know how. I don't know why, but let's see if it can continue. Yeah, Just Led. We got DRM in the building. How we doing? I believe in you. I woke up this morning with a huge stomach ache for some reason. I woke up with the sweats for some reason too. So I was feeling great last night. Shout out to the Vault, was on his channel. Shout out to also Chris. I believe he's a new YouTuber. I'm going to try to bring up his channel a little bit. Had a little debate. Woke up with the sweats. Woke up with my stomach hurting. I was like, oh, am I getting sick? But I'm feeling okay right now. I thought maybe I was going to have to end the live stream kind of early today. But as I got going, as I started the live stream, feeling a little bit better right now. So I think I'm just fine. Not sure why I woke up not feeling great this morning, but hopefully, I think it's because I'm not drinking enough water. I think it's been a few weeks now, probably a couple of months drinking too much coffee, probably dehydrated the body, not drinking enough water. So I'm definitely going to have to add some more gallons of water to my daily routine. I got to stay hydrated, got to stay healthy. I'm going to go over the details of this drop. First one here. Got the Aston Martin. Now, this is a first edition Aston Martin. I don't know exactly how you say it. I know this is a pretty top tier luxury brand car. It's up there with the Rolls Royces, the Bentleys. If anyone's into hip hop music, they definitely know the Rick Ross song, Aston Martin music. This is a big time car in the luxury car world. I think even Tom Brady has been able to design his own Aston Martin, I think. So, I mean, it's just a big time luxury brand name. And I think that's the reason why they probably made this one pretty expensive. $1,000 retail price. That's not going to be your typical run of collectibles and cars, I believe. I think that's going to be more so for your top tier high end cars, because you got to think too, as a brand, if you have a luxury brand like a Rolls Royce, Bentley, Bugatti one day, that's more of the the exotic sports end of the tier. But just for the luxury end, like the Rolls Royces, the Bentleys, the Aston Martins, I don't think they want to kind of dilute their brand by having an edition drop with like $50, having thousands of editions, because not everyone can afford an Aston Martin in real life. So I think they want to kind of keep that exclusive in the digital world as well. So for this first drop today at 11 a.m. Eastern Time, we have 2,507 editions, and then we have the 307 retail price. I am going to be going for this drop, definitely. Now, it's going to be interesting to see what this one comes out as. Now, this is the static. This one's not going to be interactive, I believe. This is just like the rare DeLorean. This is just static. Now, because of that reason, because of the other two secret rares dropping later today, I do think that this one could be kind of slept on. David, you made a great post. I'm going to touch on it right now. I'll show you guys the post. Because I think if everybody in the world, one, saw this, and two, just kind of understood the magnitude of Aston Martin, I don't think this would be slept on that much. I think people would attack it. But again, there's a few different reasons why I believe it's probably being slept on. 2,000 editions, so really not that many editions at all. The DeLorean Ultra Rare is up to about $800, maybe even just a little bit lower with the dip. It touched $1,000. Now, there's a few differences with the DeLorean, obviously. DeLorean was season 1, first ever vehicle, first ever interactive car. But, there was 12,500, I believe, ultra rares. There's only 2,000 of these. David, you made a post here. He talked about how. Let's see if they will focus up for me real quick. All right, so it's not focusing up for me. But go to David Yu's Instagram page, his last post. This is what the post said. I'm going to read the caption. A total of 1,084 of physical Aston Martin DB5s were ever made. Here is our chance to own a truly digital collectible, 2 ultra premium drops. So only 1,084 of these ever in the world created physically. Unbelievable. So I definitely think I'm going to try to at least get 1 or 2 of these. If I can get one on the drop, that'll be great. Come out $300. It'll be interesting to see if these go below retail. There's a lot of questions going on right now in the community. Is this going to fall under retail? And I'm not too sure. It could. If it does, I think that would be another huge opportunity for a lot of people. I truly believe that. Now, it could fall under retail just because I think a lot of people are going to sell that for a chance at the next drop. Because the later today, I'm going to go over the details of this drop later today. It's a blind box later today at 3 p.m. There's 2 secret rares. So I like the fact that they added the chance to get the 7 edition secret rare, because the first collectible was 507 editions. $1,000 is the retail price, $1,007. And then the second one is another secret rare. Again, same price because it's a blind box. But there's only 7 of these. And these are both interactive. They both have a little bit different of a, I guess an animation you would call it. One fires the guns underneath the car, which is unbelievable. And then the other one, I think, just opens up the car doors, the wheel moves and everything like that. So different animations there. I think that one's going to be unbelievably expensive. If anyone lucks out later today and is able to get that drop, not financial advice, opinions only, I think it's going to be at least coming out, I would say minimum $10,000 floor for that blind box. Probably even way higher than that for the 500 edition one. And then the 7 edition one, just forget about that one. We've seen what the movie tickets have done. So I think both of those later today are going to be extremely valuable. And then the one this morning, I think, could be an opportunity for a lot of people. There's only 2,000 of these cars ever going to be minted in the digital world. And the fact that there's only 1,000 of them basically in the real world, we don't have all the James Bond collectors, fans on the app just yet. But I think in due time, that could definitely be a huge opportunity. How are we doing, Sam? Austin Wofer, make the chat lit today. Hopefully, man. Hopefully. Hopefully we have a lot of people win the first one. If we see that happen, I think that would pretty lit chat, I would say. Chasing Sundays. Yeah, absolutely. It's crazy. You woke up the same way. Woke up having the sweats a little bit, feeling dehydrated. I think that's what it is. I think a lot of people are probably dehydrated these days. I mean, for me personally, when I'm not as active, it's a lot harder for me to be drinking a lot of water for some reason. So I definitely got to up my water game. Geo in the building. Going to go for the secret rare drop today with half my gems not preloaded. Just can't preload 500 gems on a 1% chance. Fingers crossed. I feel that, Geo. I had to make some sales in the marketplace. And I did actually. I sold a couple for the first time, I feel like in so long, maybe ever. I sold a couple collectibles under what I bought them for. Now, I would never suggest anybody taking a loss. Really don't suggest doing that. It all depends on your collectibles, on your situation. Now, I did it with one of my collectibles I didn't think was a high-end tier collectible. It was one of my artist collectibles. I believe it was one of the choices. Now, for me, I wouldn't want to do that with, a Batman, Spider-Man, Superman, or something like that. But I also didn't want to sell any of those big-time collectibles. So for me, I was able to take a little bit of a hit there. And my theory is I'm going to stack up on a lot of these lenticular cards. I think the first edition lenticular cards are being slept on big time right now. So I am going to go for the drop. Both of these drops today. Dino. Simone Biles got the Dino eggs in the building. Is Dino here today? Did I miss his chat? We might just be summoning Dino Lang today. Did you see the driving animation? Absolutely. Definitely looks sick. And I think that's going to be coming for the DeLorean and also probably the Ghostbusters car as well. I definitely see that happening. We got Vault in the building. Shout out to Vault, man. I had a great time on the channel the other day with the new YouTuber Chris as well. I'm going to try to bring up his actual channel here. Let's see. What is it here? Just give me a second. Shout out to Chris. I want to call his actual YouTube name instead of just Chris. New YouTuber Chris. I'm going to show him some love. I try to show all the new YouTubers some love. Get their channel popping a little bit. Here we go. There it is. Christian, original Mertz. Here's his let's get his Twitter popping. Oh, bad luck. It's not focusing up. We'll go to his YouTube channel. We'll show him some love on the YouTube channel. Chris all day. Here it is. Let's go. Had a great debate the other day. Chris all day. Make sure you guys go show this new YouTube, new VeVe YouTuber. Show him some love. So show him some support. Good luck today as well, my guy, on the drops today. Good luck to everybody. You know, hopefully we can have some people in the chat. Hopefully we're also able to get the drop. Chris, everybody else, Wes, Ronnie Lighto, Polka Lee. I want the chat to do well today. It's always, I will be doing a giveaway on the second drop today. It's always frustrating to see, you know, the whole chat strikeout. So hopefully we can kind of change the luck. I think a couple of days ago, it was like 80% I saw in the chat was getting the drop. But then the other day, we had a bunch of strikeouts. So hopefully today, with the practice of the last drop, we can get some good success today. James Lewis, good luck today. I would not sell the first shot for the second. Very unlikely to get either. Absolutely, Milestone Ranch. And here's the thing. You know, a lot of people were selling a lot of collectibles that were pretty high-end tier. I saw a lot of dips in the market. And I never suggest that's a good idea just because the chances of getting these drops are so unlikely. You know, if chances of getting a 500 edition collectible is so unlikely. So that's why I always say, you know, a lot of people were asking me, shout out to anyone who was, I forget who it was, but they were asking me, should I sell the C3PO for a loss for the drop? And I wanted to say no. I think I did say no. I think a lot of people in the chat also said no too. Just because when you have high-end tier collectibles like that, the golden moments, the first ever Star Wars, I definitely see them returning back to their all-time highs and even passing them. Right now, we're just seeing a little dip in the entire market. So collectibles like that, the first ever Star Wars, I would hate to say, I would actually probably not say, not financial advice, but you don't really want to take losses on them just for a chance at another drop. That's usually not the play. The whip would suit you well, Mr. Dunn, Marty McFly. Appreciate that big time. You know, I'm hoping I can get even the static. I would be ecstatic if I could get the even static one, just because I know there's not many at all available in the digital world and even in the physical world. And so being a James Bond fan, I think a lot of people are James Bond fans, but they're kind of unhappy with the newer movie. Not the newer movie, but the newer collectibles from the new movie, I guess you could say. So I think this Aston Martin kind of resembles that old school Bond feeling a lot more. So it's definitely going to be exciting to see what happens here. You got AKA Bash. I do see this unlikely going under retail as well for a few different reasons, DRM, just because, like you said, there's only one rarity. It's a full set by itself. And this isn't like a regular car. This isn't like a shout out to Honda. I have a Honda car in real life. Honda's a great, you know, safe, reliable car. But this is not a Honda that's dropping, you know? This is a big time luxury car. I'm gonna actually pull up probably top 10 luxury car brands. If I had to guess, I would say Aston Martin's in this top tier here. Let's see. Let's pull up a list here. And it's not even just the Aston Martin, too, because there's obviously more than 1,000 editions of the Aston Martin in real life. But it's the DB5. You know, this is a big deal right now, especially for collectors. Trying to find a chart. Honda's up on the list for top luxury car brands on this one. Well, that's not the list I'm looking for. But I guarantee you guys, if you just do your research on Aston Martins, you can find how. Just Google the prices of them, I would say. That's the best bet, you know. Just probably Google the prices of them if you're unsure. Got Doctor Strange in the building. Yeah, good luck, fam. Good luck, everybody. See Rio's good morning. Turn the stream on at 10:07. Might have a chance. Wow, Kyle Lloyd. Shout out to you, my man. I mean, you are manifesting 007 right now. That's crazy. Could you imagine getting that mint number? I do think someone's going to get that mint number on the static car. And that's going to be big time. There's basically two scenarios where you can get that. You can get it on the 1007 and then the 2007. So to me, that's basically like a one of two collectible right there. That mint number. You have 45 minutes to drop. Jason Sundays. I would just be careful getting discounted gems. It's crazy you can do that on eBay. I would just say just be careful doing that just because you don't want to, buy from illegal gems or anything like that. So just be careful. Easy rebounds today because people are not preloaded for 3 p.m. drop. Yeah, I feel like that's the case, VeVe fanboy. That's actually a great analysis. Just because you're right. Most people are probably going to, I would say most people, yeah. Most people are probably going to not have the gems preloaded. And you can still get the drop that way, but it's very risky. Just because on a big drop like this, I've seen it happen to a lot of people. Shout out to you if you're in the chat and it's happened to you before. It's an unfortunate situation, feeling. Just because I feel like, you know, you can get the drop. They say you can get the drop, and most of the time you can, but there's always a chance that it could crash on you. There's an error, and you don't get the drop because of that. So I just need Minnie and Daisy to complete the Lenti set. Found into 220 Goofy for 2.2K last night. Solid. Yeah, I still have to get to Sergio. Like I said before, I'm big on those cards. I think anybody like you who's been tuning into the live streams for the past couple weeks, I've been saying I think they're all going to be over 1K. I'm still standing by that. I still believe that big time. If my viewpoint changed on it, I would definitely say that, but I'm still a believer in that. I still believe that one day the Mickey cards, the Minnie, the Daisy will get up there one day, the Donald Duck. I feel like they will all eventually be over 1K. The same way the Golden Moment stayed at like 500, 400, somewhere like 600 for a long time, for a couple weeks. And I feel like that's kind of where we're at right before they all got above 1K. What lenticulars are you targeting? So a lot of the ones that are still cheap. I'm going to go over the market right now. Last 15 minutes. Great point for bringing it up. So I'm going to go over all things in the market right now that I think are great steals, I would say. I'm not telling you guys to go out and buy these, but if I had 10K gems right now at my disposal, and I always could, I always thought about this for so many. See, I have such a great problem right now. I have so many duplicates, but they're such great duplicates to where I don't want to get rid of them yet. Like, I have 2 Superman. I could have liquidated one for like 5K whenever, when it ran up there. I think it was like even at 7K. But like Superman, in my eyes, is one of the top tier collectibles. Same with Walt Disney. Same with my Todd Batmans. I actually have a couple Todds listed I got to keep an eye on right now. Make sure the floors don't get swept up. I have 1 Todd listed. Because again, I'm trying to play a little risky game. I should have done this with the Black Panther. Remember when I was saying the Black Panther is probably going to come out 3K and then it'll dip to 1.5K? I really should have took the risk. I was kind of hesitant on taking that risk just because I got it on the drop. I'm trying to have like the most ever originally owned collectibles. So that's kind of playing with my emotions too at the same time. But it would have been an easy 1,500 gems. I was pretty sure it was going to happen, but I wasn't too 100% on it. So I just didn't want to risk it. Didn't want to worry about every single dollar, but in the end, I could have made a big come up right there. So like right now, I do have my tie listed, a 1,000 mint for 9.7K, hoping that sells, and then I would just go buy back the floor at 6.4. Pocket the difference right there, a few thousand. All right, so like I said, if I had like 10,000 gems or just 1,000 gems that I'd be looking to target right now, just based on the dips alone, like where things were at one point, I'm going to go over some things that did pretty hard that I feel like could be big opportunities. I'm just going to kind of go in order from the top of my screen all the way down from the brands. I look at the USPS just because there's going to be tons of stamps coming out in the future. The ultra rare stamp got all the way up to above $1,000 at one point. It's $345 right now. Even I've been thinking about maybe I just grab a couple 2 extra, because I have the full set right now. Pretty good mints too. I have a bunch of extra rares, uncommons, I think even some commons. So if I got a couple extra ultra rares right now, $345, $360, I feel like that's a great opportunity. There's only 115 in the market for sale right now. Let's look at the DeLoreans. Ultra rare 650. Commons are 89.90. If the DeLoreans get animated to, or I should say drivable, after these DB5 James Bond cars come out, the Aston Martins come out drivable, that would definitely impact the prices on those DeLoreans, I think. I don't know when they're going to make those DeLoreans drivable. I'm kind of just speculating sometime after the James Bond Aston Martin is. But again, maybe they wait for something else. The Mickey Mouse Ultra Rare Mickey Mouse NFT collection, 3.4K. That's near the very bottom it's ever been. I feel like that could be an opportunity. That's a little bit more expensive though, but that could definitely be an opportunity for a lot of people. Same with the Superman there. Let's go over the lenticular cards here. Mickey Mouse, 284. I feel like anywhere in the 200s, this could definitely be a stacking opportunity because even if it just gets up to not the 1,000 like I think it's going to be, but back to up to where at least where it was. I mean, this is like probably half. So, I mean, grab a few of those. That feels like an easy double up. Not financial advice, just my opinions only on this. 269 for Minnie Mouse again. I feel like those are just really, really cheap. Daisy's 245. All three of these right now feel like absolute steals. Mickey and Minnie are obviously more popular, but Daisy being the rare, there's a lot less editions of them. Donald Duck 390. Whew. You know, this is another reason why it's always great to have gems because these are the opportunities that people have been waiting for. Pluto 489. Now, if you have these cards and you're saying like you bought them for a lot higher, I wouldn't freak out and panic sell. Not financial advice. I want to always say that just to make sure people know I'm not a financial advisor. These are just my opinions only. So if you say you bought Goofy at the 2K range, it's 1.3. I'm saying right now these are a lot of opportunities for people who haven't got in yet. I wouldn't think to panic sell you. These are the opportunities or the times in the market where it's usually best just to hodl. What's worked for me is just to hodl through these different cycles ever since March. You know, March, April, we saw a huge run up in the OMI token as well. And then after that kind of dipped and fell to the all-time lows. A lot of people panic sold, said VeVe's done, said they're not even real NFTs, MTL's delayed, you know, all these kind of things. And a lot of people sold early summer. And it's unfortunate. You know, a lot of times that doesn't end up working out. I think it's probably worked out for a couple of people who were able to, you know, time the market and buy back in. But anytime you try to time the market, I feel like that's playing with fire, extremely risky. It's something that most people would not advise to do just because most of the people who try to time the market and come back in, they didn't time it right. And they came back to VeVe and they were like, what is happening? The prices have exploded. So I would say through the down times, if you don't have gems on the side to take advantage of opportunities, you're kind of worried because you bought at, you know, high prices. I've seen from my own experience and people that are close to me, what's worked out the best for them has usually been just to hodl through, just to hold through the down times. Maybe kind of dollar cost average back into a lot of these collectibles, or even the OMI token if you bought at a pretty high price and it's down now. I'm gonna go over some comics too. I'm gonna try to before the market closes here. Givenchy, like, I haven't even taken a look at Givenchy. 6.4K. I feel like it's holding its price pretty well. Givenchy, I feel like it's holding its ground pretty well. Golden Moments, Avengers logos 825. That's took a big dip. C3POs 2.6K. I feel like that's gonna rebound big time. Donald Duck FAs at 860. It's kind of expensive for some other ones, but I feel like a golden moment, again, all golden moments, in my opinion, I feel like should not be below 1K. My opinion only. I remember there was a point where almost every golden moment was under 1K. It looks like some have dipped back down below. Barton Homer's another one of them, 980. I've seen this one just recently get down to like 890. And I was like, oh, wow, I wonder how far that one's going to dip. And it looks like a lot of people start picking that one back up. Yeah, Iron Man 1.3K. Lady and the Tramp, that's dipped 634. I wonder where the pizza truck is right now. Because that was pizza truck and the Wally were probably took the longest to get over 1K. They were flowing at like 300, $400 for the longest time. We got Walt back up to 24K. This one dipped down to like 20K, and people are like, oh, Walt's going to 5K. I don't think Walt's ever getting below 10K. I think if it ever got below 10K or at that range, people will be swooping in, selling a lot of things to try to finally get their Walt Disney. I think that's a great one right there, partner statue. Good to see that one up there. We got the pizza truck, 860. So this one was like $400 for the longest time before it ran up above 1K. Now it's retraced a little bit back below 860. But again, the floor is a lot higher than it was before, so it's good to see that up near 1K. Wally 745. R2D2 4.7K. Skateboard 917. Skateboard and Bart, I definitely see that being over 1K. Again, all these collectibles, the ones I'm going over, I do own these, by the way. Let's take a look at Black Panther. I almost sold my Black Panther for like 1.5, 1.4, but I was like, you know what? I don't want to do it just because I could have sold it at that 3K range, and because I held it, because it's really, I get emotionally attached to anything I get on a drop. Because I've been getting so many drops, I just kind of want to go for trying to have like the most ever originally owned collectibles at this point. So I get kind of emotionally attached to like these ideas I have and some of these collectibles I get on the drop. An investment purpose wise, it's never smart to get emotionally attached to some of these, but at the same time, I love some of these. It's what makes it fun. So, I mean, I try my best to kind of separate the emotional attachment collector side of me to the investment side of me. My guy Nightwing that I check up on all the time, it's still down to 1.4K. I just noticed though that a lot of them got taken off the market. There's only 42 of these left. And so for me, I feel like that's about to go boom soon. That's my Nightwing right there. That's my baby. Got 3 of those for disclosure. Let's see here. Let's go over some comics. Let's go over some of the big ones. MC1, common 270, uncommon 289, rare 640, ultra rare 1.4K, secret rare 50.7K. I feel like there's opportunities with this one still. I mean, just look how high that secret rare is and look how low the other ones are. That blows my mind. I think there's big opportunities with the first ever comic book on VeVe. And Marvel's first ever comic book. A lot of these ultra rares, I feel like, are being slept on just because I've been saying this for months now, what feels like. I feel like as the secret rares kind of just get out of reach for a lot of people, I think the ultra rares will follow them. I actually have a comic for sale right now. I'm delisting this. Yeah, delisting that. Take a look at the chat. How do you time rebounds 1 second before, right on, or 1 second after? Expecting lots of rebounds. I definitely think there's going to be a lot of rebounds. If anyone in the chat can help out Pokelee99, that'd be great. This is a comment from before. I'm like probably 20 minutes behind on the chat, so I got a lot of comments to get to. Just wanted to go over the market prices before it closed. About 2 minutes before it closes. So the rebounds, I would definitely bring up a world clock or something like that. I'll bring it up right now. I just type in world clock. I go to your time zone. I bring up a clock. I feel like that definitely helps on the rebounds. It's every 4 minutes after the drop happens, and I believe people are saying this is going to depend on like your phone lag and speed and everything like that. I think the people who crush the rebounds kind of have it figured out their timing of the rebounds for their own phone. I feel like it's kind of similar to the drops in that way. But for the rebounds, I believe it's like a split second right before 4 minutes. Now that split second is going to be a little bit different, I feel like, for everyone else. But I would say if Montage is in the building, Montage could help you out because Montage kills the drops in here, kills the rebounds. Yeah, the James Bond submarine car. I mean, you know what's interesting about that glider? That glider that we got, the first ever James Bond, that's like an air glider, but it also goes underwater too. So, William Peartree, let's go. Good luck, gang. Good luck, Horgo. What's your vault value? Hey, definitely more than I put in still. I'll tell you guys that. That's also another thing, DBBDLR. Anytime I haven't even looked at my vault value last couple of days because of all the dips and everything. I just didn't look at it. But the thing is about all these dips and the quote unquote crash, right? It's still a lot more than what I put in. So it's way more than double, triple, quadruple. So I mean, That's also because I got in super early. But just goes to show you that when things retrace, VeVe just tweeted out, gave him a retweet. I try to retweet him right away. Try to get in there first. I try to make everything a competition. The thing about like everything when things retrace, I always kind of give this example to people. The macro trend is up. So when things rise up, you know, huge pump, everyone's excited, everyone thinks it's going to the moon, never comes back down. It'll usually retrace a little bit. It'll be higher than where it was before. Then it'll go up, huge pump again, come back down a little bit. It'll be higher where that was before. Then a huge run up again, come back down a little bit. It's always the retracement's always higher than where it was previously. So my collection's not up there at a $500,000 just quite yet, but I'm still fortunate. I'm still blessed. For anyone's account who's is a little bit more negative than when they put it in, I wouldn't be too worried about that, because I do believe markets just go in cycles. As there's ebb and flows of ups and downs in the micro, try to look at the macro trend and just use this experience as knowledge, as a lesson kind of for the next run up and for the next one. And so just keep things in mind. I think it's always smart to have a couple collectibles in your mind that you think of like a short term when there's a huge run up. Okay, let me liquidate a couple of these, just for some liquids, some gems, cash eventually, right? I think people are dumping expensive pieces to prep buying off the market and not the drop. Oh, okay, yeah, I see what you're saying. Especially for that second drop. I agree, Dr. Strange. I think most people understand that the drop's almost impossible these days. So I do think a lot of people are gearing up for trying to grab that in the secondary market, trying to have, 10, 20, 30, 50K gems just to be able to get that car on the secondary market. I thought about doing this as well. I think that's why we see Walt down so low and a few other big time collectibles. And it even had my mind racing. Would I rather liquidate a huge, big collectible like that for a 500 edition Aston Martin car? As much as I love the Aston Martin, as much as I think it's going to be a huge deal, and I think it should be a very expensive car, I think there's going to be more. I think there's going to be probably a Bentley one day. There's probably going to be a Rolls Royce one day. There's probably going to be a Lamborghini one day. There's probably going to be a Bugatti one day. There's probably going to be everything, right? And I know that's kind of moon boyish to say, but I truly believe it. I believe it the same way when I said there's going to be hundreds of thousands of people in the app, and we literally had like 8,000. So I definitely see that. You're probably right with that, Dr. Strange. I think people are liquidating to gear up for this big one. But for me personally, I just didn't want to do that. I'd rather just hodl the grails that I do have and just wait for another opportunity in the future. I think we will continuously get more and more luxury, exotic sports cars. And who knows, by then, the Master Collector program could be rolled out. And instead of having to liquidate some of your big-time grails, you may be able to wager all your Master Collector program points for that Lamborghini or something like that. So that's kind of my thinking on that. That's one of the reasons why I didn't want to liquidate a couple of my big-time grails like the Secret or Spider-Man or just anything too big time just for me. That's just a personal decision, though. Shout out to anyone who did liquidate their grails. I mean, the thing about VeVe is there's so many different routes. There's so many different ways to play it. There's not just one right answer, I feel like. So, everyone just has different goals, different situations. Big Boy Koala is not a fan of the James Bond. This better be the last 007 drop. It's got me thinking because I wanted to be a master collector of all the James Bond collectibles, right? But then they dropped that 007 not poster, 007 movie ticket. And obviously, we don't even see any listed, I don't think, in the market right now. So unless I got a couple million to spend on the movie ticket, I think Master Collector, the James Bond, might be out of reach for me now. So it's kind of got my strategy a little bit different. Maybe I don't go for Master Collector James Bond. Maybe I just collect the ones that I do like, and that's it. For 1K, is Wally a good buy or a stack more lenticular? Good question, Bash. I think Wally, it's a solid golden moment. I think there could be more opportunity with these Disney lenticular cars just because how low they are. I do love the golden moments. I think the golden moments, all of them, is probably one of the safest plays you can play right now because it's a huge IP like Disney. First appearance, a lot of these big time characters and a digital collectible form in all gold. But again, I mean, the other side, these cards, it's another big IP brand. It's Disney again, first edition. And first edition, first appearance is almost the same thing. It's just first appearance is going to be that collectible. It's going to be that superhero or that person, that character. And first edition is still the same thing. It's like his brother or sister. It's just in that artistic world. It's like either artwork or something along those lines, a vehicle or something like that, not a person. So first edition, Mickey Mouse, Minnie Mouse, Donald Duck, I see those three being huge. If any of them have a chance to be over $1,000, which I really do think all of them will be, I definitely see those three. And Pluto being the ultra rare as well, too. Daisy kind of gets short end of the stick, but it's a rare. I feel like that'll be one of the last ones to climb up there. Also went for the Yeezys. Okay. I saw a couple of those new shoes that just came out. I like the all red ones, to be honest. Did you see the all red ones? I saw them. I really like the colorway of them. Good morning, Robert. Hopefully you stay hot. You've been crushing the drops lately, so hopefully you stay killing it today. If you're looking for profits, probably the Lenti. I bought the Pixar set, though, just because I love Pixar movies growing up. Great analysis, Gio. I kind of agree with that. I feel like there's the opportunity right now for how low these lenticular cards are. I feel like the opportunity is huge. But like long term, I think both will do great. Maybe the golden moments, depending on how many there are total, maybe they be the long term play. But I feel like right now these lenticular first edition cards are huge. Shout out to you, Russells. This is a good question. I think you meant the not the TV5. First, I read that a few times. The DB5, probably autocorrect. Now, it's interesting. I don't think they clarify if these are 1/6 sizes or not. In that video, it looked like they were shrunken down, right? I wonder if, could you guys imagine this? I think this would impact the prices too on the static. If the static was the only one that was original size, and then the secret rares, the drivable ones, were the 1/16 size. Could you guys imagine that? That'll throw everybody for a loop. The 1,000 retail price is the 1/16 size, but it's drivable. But then the real life size version is only $300, but it's static. I'm not saying that's what it is, but I'm just saying it's a great point out, Tito, because in that video that they did show, it was a smaller version. Now, they could have made it small because you can always make those cars big and small. So maybe they just kept it small. But it's definitely interesting. Definitely interesting if they did that. If they did that, I'd be even more bullish on this, on the static. What's going on, Willow Kid? Would you buy Ultraman now? Ultraman's definitely dipped big time. I don't know the exact price of Ultraman. I should have looked at Ultraman. I do have the full set of Ultraman. I do like Ultraman. And especially because it's dipped big time. We've seen some of those run up, and I'm getting congested again. It's just like a wave that just hits me. And about 40 minutes in, wow. 40 minutes seems, it keeps getting lower too. First, I feel like it was like an hour. Now it's like 40 minutes. Ultraman, I feel like we've seen it touch close to like, I don't think 1K, depending on which rarity. But I definitely see Ultraman being a big one. I think we're getting closer to the localization. I don't know exactly when that's going to happen. Do you think Secret Rare holds value better than common in collectibles? I would say in collectibles. Now, holds value is a great, not great, but holds value is an interesting term here. I feel like the secret rares do hold value pretty well. Even in comic books, they hold value well just because there's very, very few that own those. Anytime you have a collectible or comic that very, very few people own, that's how you're able to hold the floor so high. It may not be liquidable, like we see with the Donnie. The Donnie floor, it holds its floor pretty high. But that's because there's so few that own that. Is it really liquidable at that price? That's a different question. Now, I would say the secret rares hold value pretty well because of that reason too. And it all depends. I don't think it's a blanket statement, Russells, because there's all different. I feel like each collectible comic kind of has its own umbrella. I would say it's not like a blanket statement. I would say for the most part. What's up, brother? I heard that there will be a button saying more gems if you don't have enough preloaded gems to buy the drop. Sonny Hansen. Yep. So you can actually go for any VeVe drop, even if you don't have the gems loaded. That's always been a thing with VeVe. But most people tend not to do that just because there is a chance. And it's happened to multiple people. So it's not like a fairy story. It's definitely a fairy tale story. It's definitely real. It happens. I wouldn't say it's 50-50 chance. I would say it's more of like a 70-30% chance, 80-20% chance that you could get the drop. You hit confirmation, you got the drop, you hit more gems to add more gems, and then it crashes on you, or there's an error or something and it won't let you get it. There is a chance that could happen. So that's why I think most people tend to just add the gems in before. And if they don't have enough money, that's why I think we're seeing a big sell-off right now, because people want those 1,000 gems to have the opportunity to go for it. Because if you guys do get this drop, if I get this drop, the 500 edition blind box one with a 7 edition also collectible, either one of those I think will come out huge. Could be a life-changing collectible. I mean, it all depends on your situation. A lot of people who landed the Secret of Spider-Man, that could have been life-changing. The Rizzo could have been life-changing for a lot of people. The Wall, like so many different collectibles can be life-changing for people. And obviously not like millions of dollars right away, but we're only a little over a year into this. Has crypto jaded people so much that they're not happy with a 10 or 20x anymore? 401k gave me like 5% all last year. Lori Brenner. And see, that's, I appreciate this comment big time because I think it adds perspective to it. So many people in VeVe kind of come from that crypto background, and rightfully so, because NFTs, crypto goes hand in hand. A lot of people found VeVe from the OMI token, so it makes sense, I think a lot of times, not everybody in the crypto world, but I think a lot of people in that space are just so used to, going 100xing things in a month or two or something crazy profits, right? I think having this perspective of what a real 401k, the profits, the increase of that yearly is not nearly as high of any of these returns that we're seeing, that most of us are seeing with these collectibles or comics or even the OMI token when that runs up. So, I mean, exactly. Yeah. Because I mean, this is part of history, kind of like what Willow Kid's saying. Like, when you have the first ever Superman, the first ever Batman, Spider-Man, Givenchy is huge. Disney, Marvel, Back to the Future, even Ghostbusters. Like, it doesn't matter the brand. These are big time, the biggest brands in the world that everybody is a fan of for decades. Hundreds of millions of people have been fans of these brands for decades. So again, I look at this as the same way the music industry happened. There's already, how many fans of the Beatles are there, right? So many fans of the Beatles, or these big time brands, or bands, I should say, brands and bands. When that got digitized, physical CDs went to digital music streaming. A lot of these fans of these bands didn't want to accept digital streaming right away. That's a fad. That's not going to last. I want to physically touch it tangibly. Well, what happened? fast forward some years, it becomes the standard. Everybody kind of gradually adopts it. Now, how many fans of the Beatles and these older bands listen to their music just digitally, whether it's on Apple Music, iTunes, Spotify, YouTube? It's just become the standard. Digital music streaming now is just obvious. Digital collecting will be the same way, in my opinion. I could be wrong, you know. I'm not 100% right with everything I say, but this is kind of just my opinion on where the world's going. It feels like the exact same shift. You could agree, you could not agree with it, but I feel like that's the best analogy for me to kind of explain where we're at right now. The LimeWire era of NFTs, I always say. Definitely like Black Panther a lot. I mean, it's the first appearance of Black Panther. I think if you can hold 3 to 4 months, I think that's going to be a genius move right there. I almost sold my secret of Black Panther, but like I said, because I'm the original owner of it, I get attached to that feeling. I get attached to knowing that. I get attached to the fact that I got the drop, and then knowing that most people won't be original owners of these collectibles. So, what's technique for this drop? Great question. So, a lot of people have been spamming the drop and having success. So, if you're one of those who just spams away on these drops, even, shout out to you. Keep doing it if you've been having success. Again, I will try to time this one. Time gate, Johnny Dunn gate, rhythm gate. Shout out to anybody else out there who always promotes it. Appreciate you guys big time. Now, it's not going to focus up for me. I'll run through my strategy as soon as it focuses up. Again, so this time they kind of changed it. They went back to the buy now buttons already here. The last couple of drops, the buy now button flashes up. So this one I used to like probably more so, just because it gave me confidence of knowing exactly where the buy now button is going to pop up. But after doing it for so long now, I feel like I understand where the buy now button is going to pop up. I understand on the other ones. Don't bring down the details box because that always moves the buy now button. I feel like I got that on lock. So I feel like now it's kind of shifted to where I don't like the buy now button up as much already. I kind of do, but I kind of don't. I feel like this, when the buy now button's up already, it's a little bit easier to press it early. Because again, the buy now button will be clickable. Man, it's not focusing up. It's still going to be clickable 1 second after 0. So I think there's going to be a lot of new users who will sit on the countdown, wait until the second they see 0 minutes, 0 seconds, and they'll press that buy now button. And they'll probably get a message that looks like that. So I feel like even, trying to wait 3, 2, 1, 0, click. I feel like even waiting that second after, because that buy now button's up already, it kind of makes you want to click it a little bit early. So for this one, I definitely would say if you're trying to time it, don't click it early. Give yourself the smallest chance. And I think for this one, it'd probably be better to be a little bit late than early. So for me, I'm going to definitely not try to be early on this one. Bought a Black Panther for 58 gems. It's that low right now. That seems like a stacking opportunity for sure. I thought the commons were still going to be around that $70, $80 range. Can you spam these drops? I think you still can. I was kind of under the impression that it's better to spam on the collectible blind boxes and then they try to time these drops the way it is right now. But I've definitely seen people in the live chats that still have success spamming these. So the buy button will be at the timer, right? So timing today. So for this drop, again, guys, maybe focus up right now. Go to that store tab at the bottom, click right on the drop, scroll down a little bit. And this time the buy now button's already going to be showing. Oh, perfect. All right. So I'm going to go over, as long as it stays focused the whole time, I'm going to go over my strategy on how I get these drops, on how I time it. I think you can keep spamming it. But again, I like to try to stay in rhythm of this countdown. I'm going to act like there's 0 minutes left instead of 10. And I'll start counting down with like 10 seconds left. Remember, the buy now button usually comes up 1 second after 0. But this time they went back to where the buy now button's showing already. So the buy now button will be clickable 1 second after 0. So I like to really start focusing on about like 10 seconds to go. I'm going to try to do a little practice run here. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. By now. I clicked the notify me button by accident right there. But if I clicked the buy now button, probably would have been right on point. So if you did click the notify me button, just back out and come back in. That way you can't accidentally click it again. Or you can unbookmark it. Actually, you can't unbookmark these. Oh, all right. You know what I'm actually going to do for this drop? I'm going to go back to the old style. So there's sometimes where I would go into the bookmarks and go for these drops instead of the store tab. And because I accidentally just notified me, it's saved in my bookmarks. So I'm going to try to go through the bookmarks. I'm messing with the mojo, though. I haven't been doing it this way in a while. So most of the time I'll go from the store tab. If anyone's kind of confused what I just said or meant there. So like I said, usually I'll go from the store tab here. Boom, clicking this way. But because I just hit notify me and it's now saved in my bookmarks, you can hit the collections button and now go to your wish list, which you'll scroll down and you'll see wish list here. It's in your wish list now. And now it's not saved in my bookmarks. What is going on? So strange. But it was just saved in my bookmarks, and so that's how you're able to go. I'm wondering, so you can take the bookmarks off. Oh man, do I go for the old classic way, the bookmarks, or whatever has been working lately? I don't know. I'm still debating right now. But those are the two ways, basically. You can go through the regular way, the store tab, or you can put it in your bookmarks, save it in your wish list, and then go through that way. Boss, destroy the aftermarket. Wonder Woman under 100, Spidey. Yeah, so Dan K, I mean, you can get upset with these prices, or you can see them as opportunities. I remember there's tons of people who got mad when Marvel Comics #1 comic was getting resold for $3, $2. You might not have been here for that, Dan K, but when Marvel Comics #1, the very first comic book got released, it sold obviously for $7.99. And as soon as the market opened, people were reselling it for $2, $3. People were pissed. Smart people, they said, yes, boom, buy it all up. Imagine stacking 100 of those when they were $3. Now, the floor price is $300. Not saying these are the Marvel Comics #1, but anytime anything goes under retail, things don't usually stay under retail for too long. The DeLorean Common got resold. It was $13 in the marketplace. People were pissed. People said it ruined the app. People said VeVe's finished. Ruined the VeVe app. Now that same DeLorean that was $13, now $90. So, I mean, you can look at it and frustrated and be mad, my man, or you could say, wow, this is a huge opportunity right now. So, let's go. Just picked up Daisy 245. I'm really far behind on these chats. We got 6 minutes and 25 seconds to drop. I will try to get through a lot of these chats before the drop happens. I do think it's a good opportunity to get one of those ultra rare Black Panthers. I will be probably trying to get one of those as well. Time gate today. I mean, some people are spamming it. Some people are timing it. Gio said my vault value is double from what I put in starting November. Still stressing, though, because I bought all the wrong stuff. Could be big balling if I went in on the golden moments. It's all right, Gio. I mean, it's still up, though. I mean, that's the biggest thing you want to take away from that. No one's going to be perfect in this. No one's going to be able to stack every single right thing from the very beginning. And I'm sure there are. I'm sure there are some people who, got all the right things all at the right time, every single drop. But I feel like no matter what, even if you've made great moves, there's going to be opportunities in the future where you might not make the perfect move. No one's going to be able to make perfect move every single day, every single time. So, I wouldn't stress too much about that, Gio. I would just say use everything that you feel like might be a short-term loss or, a missed opportunity. Just use that as like, okay, checked off. That won't happen ever again. Use that as experience. So now, you got that in your bag now. Meiji, what's going on? What's going on? Definitely think Walt will shoot back up. Danny Williamson, what's going on? What's going on? Price predictions for today's drops. I will get to that. I don't think this one's going under retail. I think this will be probably a few $100 over the retail price right away. Then it's going to be interesting. Maybe it dips back down heading into the part 2 drop. But after that part 2 drop happens and most people miss out, and then they see the price floor of that is like 100K, maybe like 50K, whatever edition, the 500 or the 7 edition one. Once all that happens, then I see that first drop going back up. Unless they announce this with a surprise tomorrow, it's another huge drop tomorrow. Then I'll say, okay, wait another day, and then I think the market recovers. Definitely think we'll be able to operate these cars in the VeVe-verse. Wow, 99 mint D's. That's huge. That's a big time pickup right there. Yeah, DK, FE. First edition Mickey Mouse, licensed by Disney. That's all you got to say. I agree with this. The lenticular cards I've been huge on. And I haven't even got a chance to really pick them all up yet. So you guys may see, me talking about the lenticular Disney first edition cards for weeks and then not really capitalizing on it. Hopefully I'm able to capitalize on it, though. Dubes in the house. Today we have a second drop for the Aston. Yep. Smash that like button for your boy, Johnny. Let's go, Ryan Roman Tech. Appreciate you big time for stopping by, tuning in. Yeah, we do need that drivable D-Low back. I am going for the 1K drop. Jerry Palace in the building. Palace boys. Hit the like button. Appreciate that. Let's bless the chat today. We got 3 minutes and 3 seconds left for the drop. Heard from someone in Spaces today say that if you get the drop and can't load gems, close the app and reopen without backing out of the buy screen, and it'll refresh your wallet. Good to know. Good to know. Johnny D, what's up? What's going on, Drew? NFTV, how we doing? How we doing, fam? December Bitcoin in the building. First drop is not drivable. First drop is static. Miss Rose in the building. How we doing, fam? How we doing, Miss Rose? 3-minute warning. All right, I'm catching up. We got 2-minute warning coming up. 2 minutes and 20 seconds. Man. Really odd. It removes the car from wish list automatically after you review it and then exit the screen. Yeah, I noticed something that was up with that. I got to make a decision here. I think I'm going to... I think backing out will get all messed up with the keeping it in my wish list. I'm not doing that today. I'm going straight whatever's been working. Store tab it is for me. Because I like to back out and come back in until I feel like the seconds are perfectly counting down. Like right now, I feel like I got a perfect countdown, but it's 1 minute and 38 seconds away, so we'll see. I think I'm going to stay on this countdown, to be honest. I wish you guys could have just saw what I was just doing. So at like 1:38, 1:40, it felt like every time I backed out and came back in, felt like my timer was like lagged. It just stopped at whatever second was on. So I kept backing out, coming back in, and finally, like 3 times later, I felt like my timer was just going down perfect. So I'm just going to keep it on this timer right now. Probably one of the first times in a while I don't back out under 1 minute, but when do you click buy? So I click buy 1 full second after 0. So that's why you'll hear me count down. 3, 2, 1, 0, buy now. And I do that because I'm trying to not react to buy now. Well, this time you don't even have to react because it's already up there. But again, I'm trying to almost predict when that clickable moment will happen. Good luck, everybody. Let's go. I'm not recording this one on my phone just because I feel like I'll have to back out again. Oh, man, 30 seconds. Let's go. Good luck, everyone. Whew. All right. I'm kind of nervous for this one. 20 seconds to go. Man, I want to back out so bad right now, but I feel like it's been counting down perfect timing. 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Bye now. Nope, too late. I think it was too early. Dang it! I think I was too early again. Sold out. No rebounds. Good luck, everybody. I hope you were able to get it. Took an L. No rebounds for me. Dang it! Ah! Man, see, that's kind of why I like the buy now flashing up these days, because I'm always too early. I hit too early, but thought I was perfect. Oh no, got the sold out. Yeah, so I feel like this is the reason why people do the. I think Vault calls it the Brave Gate. I had to learn what this one is, but from everybody else telling me, I think it's because they don't go for the drop, and then they just try to go for the rebound. Because I think when you go for the drop on some of these, it takes away that rebound ability, so they feel like the rebound will be like a better possibility. Too early too. Yeah, even for this one, I said I wasn't gonna do it too early. Because I feel like that always happens to me. And man, I want a second chance so bad. Yeah, this is a tough one. I mean, if you guys want to see how fast 2000 edition sells out, go back to the all gold Dragon Girl drop. That one I was extremely too early. That one I just freaked out. I think I was too excited for that one. But this one I felt like I was going to be able to get it, and I just didn't. Like, that's why I didn't want to be too early. I'd rather have been a second late, because at least when you're a second late, you at least have somewhat of a chance. When you're early like that, like I pressed it and it's too early. By the time you go and press the second one, it's like, all right, you're too late. I don't think anyone, this is a bot trap, someone just said. Oh, bot drop. I mean, shout out to anybody who was able to get it. Nobody got it on the live chat so far. Chris P. Tacos. Didn't try for this one. Saved my luck for later today. Yeah, shout out to anyone who was able to get it. I just want to see someone get it. Yeah, nobody in the chat. This might be the first drop where nobody in the chat got it. We got rebounds still possible. So hopefully anyone who went for it or decided not to go for it, the buy now button's still available. And again, guys, this is kind of the reason why I feel like, this is the exact reason why it's always risky to sell any of your big time collectibles for a big loss just for a chance to go for a drop, because we know how hard it is to get these, and you don't want to sell a big time collectible even for like a profit if it's your last one and you really wanted to hold on to that one, but you just wanted a chance for a drop. Not financial advice, but my opinions only. I would usually say not to sell off those big time collectibles or anything for a big loss just for a chance, unless it's a collectible that you don't really love or like that much. Then I would say maybe. What would be a better bet? Mickey Carter, Black Panther, Ultra Rare, Knight Rider. I think Miss Rose had the same question, but with Pluto. It's a tough one. I like both of them big time. Man, first edition Mickey Mouse is just, it's hard to pass that up. But again, this is Black Panther, first appearance of Black Panther, iconic superhero. Animation looks great. Man, I don't know the answer, Knight Rider. I would probably say try to get both if you can. For the return on investment, maybe Mickey, just because it's super low in the 200s right now. And I do see that getting up to 1,000. So, I mean, that's like $800 right there. 2.5, extremely hard, but it was fun. Absolutely. Kelvin's got jokes. I actually thought he was kind of serious until I saw the not a mint number there. Wow, Green Goblin. I mean, shout out to you. If you felt like you had perfect timing, that's all you can do. You can only control what you can control. So I feel like the only thing that you can do in this, have perfect time and just hope. I don't think anybody got one in here, Kendrick Flores. I was hoping everyone got the secret none. I loaded up gems just for this drop. Joshua Tran. Yeah, so it's unfortunate that you didn't get the drop and you did load up the gems. I would say it's not a bad thing at all, just because you have the $300 now. I would say you got options. You could wait to see if it does go under retail, which I doubt it will. So there's going to be plenty of opportunities in the market when it opens back up. I think people still won't pounce in the market because of this next big drop. I tried it and clicking through the error message this time. No luck, though. Tried spamming it, he said. Nope, I did not get one. I hate when I miss it and I'm too early. I'd rather be late and get an ultra nothing than be early and it's just like no chance. Ah, man, I want to retry so bad. I need a mulligan. I was driving Aston Martins in the future. Yeah, I don't think there's like many rebounds at all. See you at 12. Absolutely, Joshua. See you at 3 p.m. Wow, BDK. This is a risky move right here, but I like it. I end up liquidating my crypto holdings and going in on VeVe. There is so much good stuff on sale. Absolutely, there is, man. I mean, right now reminds me of the opportunities when the market crashed back after our all-time highs on like April, May-ish. Even just in the store. You guys gotta remember that I was buying a lot of these collectibles in the store for retail price. And even back then, people were not buying. There was just as much fear back then than there was now. People were saying they weren't real NFTs. No one's on this app. What are you doing buying collectibles with thousands of editions? Especially when they're used to one-of-ones and all this stuff. But I think it's just cycles right now. I think it's definitely going to boom again. And it won't be the last dip. I don't think that it'll ever be the last boom and the last dip. And Paul, great point here. I think this is another reason why I expect the whole market to kind of boom for multiple reasons. One, it's kind of like the lowest it's ever been. And two, a lot more people now have 300 gems in their account, probably will have 1,000 gems in their account, whether that's because they added in more gems or they sold some things that they may not have wanted to sell. I think a lot of people are going to go shopping in the market after this next drop happens. So, no way, Camille, did you really get one? Because you'd be the only person to get one. I hope you did. I'm going to try looking around, see if anybody got one. Big L, but got the buy now button still up. That's great if you still got the buy now button still up there, Russells. I've never gotten a rebound this way, Johnny boy. I think it is possible to back out and come back in, but I've never done it that way, so it'd probably feel impossible for me. Smart. Let the Omi holdings. Got it. That's tied together. So I think if you believe in VeVe, holding Omi is definitely smart. And I mean, depending on which crypto you held, BDK, I mean, I see all crypto kind of rebounding from where it's at right now too. But again, I think a lot of it has to depend on your situation and the ROI. Do you see more ROI in the future with some of your other tokens, or the Omi token that's at half a penny, less than half a penny? No way. Sometimes it doesn't look real. It's like too good to be true. Camille, wash hands, wash hands. I'm not sure what that means. I think they're emojis or something like that. I just can't see on this screen or whatever the case is. I got a Montage is hitting the rebounds. Montage is going to get the 12-minute rebound, I bet. Montage, we rooted for you on this one. Same with Jerry. My buy now sold out, so. I'm going to find out if Camille actually hit. Let's go, K. K hit it on Brave Gate. That's amazing. It's going to be Oh man, there's gonna be so much backlash. That's hilarious. I'm glad someone hit though. Let's go. I'm just glad somebody hit. That's amazing. I don't think this one's gonna go into retail. Ah, okay. Wow. That's amazing to see. It's amazing to find like all these different ways that we've learned how to like, okay, this doesn't work, this doesn't work. All right, I think I'm on to something. Let me try it this way, and it's working out. Shout out to all the people who use BraveGate out there because that seems to work out pretty well. That's amazing. You know what happened? Wow. Maybe they did speed up the timer. Oh, this makes me so angry because remember when I said I'm not gonna back out because I felt like my timer's in sync now? Maybe the whole time was actually fast. Maybe when I felt like it was lagging, and this is a part where I'm never really sure, this is kind of just me feeling it out. On the live stream, you'll see when I said like I backed out a few different times, like a minute 38, and I felt like it lagged at that second. Maybe it wasn't lagging. Maybe that was a real time. And then when I kept backing out and come back in, maybe I sped up the timer that way. Oh man. I wish I could have a do-over so bad. And if I was recording that drop, I probably would have been able to see if it was too early or not. All right, from now on, every single drop, it's refresh gate. I'm backing out and coming back in. Yeah, I can see that, Willow. Bitcoin definitely controls the market. Did not hit. Did not hit today. Yeah, definitely. And so Ian Devine, this is where Bravegate comes out. Shout out to the Vault for coming up with this. He calls it Bravegate because it's kind of like a brave move, right? You don't go for the drop because on these single drops, the buy now kind of gets eliminated. So you just wait for the drop, and that way you tend to have a better success because no one's really going for the rebounds, only like a select few. Camille, yeah, just post it and tag me on Twitter. I'm reposting K. That's amazing. Wow, so everybody killed it on Brave Gate. Shout out to the Vault, man. That's amazing. Because that's actually a good strategy. Because if you think about it, if everyone's going for the drop, and if the buy now button gets eliminated after a while, that means that most people can't go for the rebound. So if you only go for the rebound, you're actually increasing your chances. Shout out to the Comey homies. It's hilarious. That's secret L. Oh my gosh. That's hilarious. Do you mind Goblin on like Green Goblin? I like the Green Goblin. I like the Green Goblin just because it was like one of the first appearances. It is the first appearance of Green Goblin, so I definitely think that's a pretty big one. My timer seemed a little fast too. Yeah, also I think that was the case. I think the timer sped up for people, and I feel like I should have just backed out. I should have just kept doing what's been working. Oh, okay, VeVe World. He refreshed 30 seconds before the drop too. L for me as well. Maybe maybe if I did that, I still would have got the L. Yeah, Camille, shout out, put out a tweet and just tag me. If I'm not following you, I may not get the notification. So, what's your Twitter? Is it just Camille? Is it Vito Corleone? Corleone? Vito Corleone? I think that might be your Twitter name. Anyone know if for when the sold out button appears, will the buy now button appear for Rebound if you stay on the page? Yeah, so Melissa, this is the reason why people use what's called a Brave Gate on the Vaults channel. The reason why, shout out to the Vault too for coming up with that. That's crazy. Because I never did this before. A lot of times for these drops, I only have one drop, one collectible. The buy now button will disappear. So since everybody's going for that initial drop, and because it disappears the buy now button on that second chance, most of those people won't be able to go for the rebound. So in order to kind of increase your odds of getting it, you just go for the rebound because the buy now button will still be there. And so you're kind of increasing the chances of you actually getting it that way. Last edition just delivered. Yeah, definitely on the single drops. That's probably the way to do it. Late gate on the phone and Brave Gate on the iPad. Camille says he got one. I'm trying to find his post on Twitter, but I haven't seen it yet. Market's still down. Let me know, guys, when the market opens. Yeah, so they did just all get delivered. You're right about that. Still can't find your tweet, Camille. Maybe it didn't happen. Maybe Camille's kidding with us. Nobody on the chat got one today besides Camille. That's crazy. A lot of L's today. A lot of L's. Will the buy button disappear from the drop at 3? BDK says probably. My collectibles in the building. Hey Johnny Dunn, did you get one today? I did. I hit. No, I'm just kidding. I missed. I did not get one today, my man. I pressed too early. You know, I was too excited, I think, and not even too excited. I think maybe too excited. Maybe just didn't want to be too late. But I think my timer is too quick, man. I do think the timer is too quick. But I mean, don't know for sure. So maybe I was just too early. They've been doing that recently. I'm not sure if it's like a set in stone thing. A lot of people are saying it's any time a one collectible drops. I haven't been paying too much attention to it. Sometimes I feel like it happens though to people when there isn't just one collectible that drops. Are we trying to summon Dino Lang? Let's go, Kendrick Flores. Space Gate coming in clutch this afternoon. Yeah, so that's this. I think this drop later today will be the opportunity for that spam in Space Gate strategy. I think that's a good way to go for these collectibles if you don't like timing it. You and the timer talk. You know, it's funny. I feel like just from doing all these drops so many times, I feel like I do have a good pulse, like a good pace, I get a good pulse. Not like pun not intended, because I mean, you can kind of see my pulse on countdown. Like I try to stay in rhythm with the countdown so much. Camille just posted. Wow, the real deal. Okay, so you're Camille. I think I got Johnny Dunn's luck today. Love this one. Thank you. A 793 mint, man. Wow, this is amazing. Wow, let's go. This is Camille. I'm not going to focus up. But he got one today. We got a winner on the chat. Let's go. I'm so glad at least one person won. Oh, that looks awesome. Yeah, I'm a big fan of that. Shout out to anybody who got it today. I've noticed after every blind box now, as soon as the button is pressed, and if you miss the buy button, it disappears. Interesting. How many gems max can you add per day on Android? I'm not sure about that, Myers Ranch. I used timing today, but no luck. Yeah, today a lot of people I feel like who had good luck, they used the Brave Gate. Shout out to everybody who used that. Unbelievable. Basically, where you don't go for the drop, you only go for the rebound. It's risky, but I guess that's why they call it Brave, right? That's hilarious. Wow, yeah. That Melissa, that means that you just have terrible luck. That means you gotta do something to get the luck better, because if you don't go for the drop, and wait for the rebound, and the buy now button still disappears. You know, you got no luck there. Got no luck. Yeah, congrats, Camille. I didn't get one, my collectibles. That was for Camille. Camille hit one today. I delisted this Deja D. I delisted the Captain Carter. I see that most of those are. I probably will sell my Captain Carter. I'm not a big fan of it. Shout out to any of the holders of Captain Carter. I think it will do well. It's a full set. It's a New York City Comic-Con exclusive. A lot of big things are going for that one. And I think Captain Carter is going to be a lot more popular in the future, too, with new movies coming out, I think, with Marvel. I think that's the reason why they probably released her as a solo set. But for me personally, like I have the first series of Marvel Mighties. I probably won't be able to get every single set of Marvel Mighties. Going to just go after the characters I do love, like the Green Goblin. Made sure I got him. He's one of my favorite characters. And then I just want to keep that first series of the Marvel Mighties. So that Captain Carter probably will get sold eventually at some point. I probably will. Just going to wait till it goes back up. I'm going for the big one later today, my collectibles. That's a fact. Don't know if I'll get it, but crossing the fingers. I'm going to definitely back out and come back in a few times until I feel like that countdown is perfect. I'm not going to do the spam gate just because I've never had success doing it that way. I don't feel comfortable doing it that way. If I strike out like 20 times in a row doing the timing technique, I'll probably then try the spam technique and say, you know what? I'll finally go for it. Even when I was 0 for 10, I was like, or 0 for 8, I felt like, do I try the spamming technique now finally? But that's usually when I end up hitting one. Mr. Planet Prophet, hey, how we doing, fam? No luck. Yeah, I'm glad Camille hit. Shout out to Camille. Big dub today. And a low mint, too, a sub 1,000. Captain Carter's confirmed to be in Doctor Strange, too. Yeah, exactly. They got big plans for that one. Marvel releases stuff like that, I feel like, for a reason. It's not just randomly, okay, here's Captain Carter. I think there's a reason why they release everything. And the fact that they made it a solo set, a New York City Comic-Con exclusive, puts a heavy weight on that one. So I do think that will be a good one. But like for me, like for example, even though I know it's going to be a pretty big one, I'm starting to tailor, not starting to, I've been kind of tailoring my collection to go after the things I absolutely love only. Just because I'm a big believer that VeVe is going to have everything. And they haven't even touched the sports yet. So I want to make sure I'm geared up and ready for that. Not saying that Captain Carter is going to get me all those gems for that one. But just one of those things, just another collectible that I don't love. So you can definitely expect to see Captain Carter on the market eventually at some point. Palace. Appreciate you, Jerry, for always coming in, supporting, tuning in. Send me that Discord link, too, and DM again on Twitter if you don't mind. I will join it. My collectibles had a good video about Doctor Strange and Thor movie coming out. Absolutely. I think they're going to time that Thor movie with a Thor collectible. And that's probably when you're going to see my hair come down. You guys have no idea how long it is. Yeah, exactly. BDK. That's kind of where I'm pretty much there. But I just want to like clean up my collection a little bit more, if that makes sense. It's just tough because right now, obviously, is not the time to sell. So I'm hodling a lot of collectibles. Like I could probably get rid of like maybe like 5 sets that I don't love right now. But I feel like right now is not the opportunity to get rid of those sets or those collectibles that would be in those sets. So I am trying to wait a little bit longer. And then it'll probably... And again, the thing with my sets is I want like that self-sustainable master collector program points every single 6 months. So I'm kind of like almost trying to swap set for set. I don't want to just sell like a bunch of sets and get down to like, 5 less than I had right now and then work its way back up. I kind of want to go like 1 for 1 almost. I want to keep my sets up near that 50 range. This card right now that just got dropped is not interactive. The next drop later today at 3 p.m. Eastern time, those will be interactive, drivable. I got in this for money, but I'm staying for the cool collectibles. I think that's a lot of us. It's turned us kind of all into collectors. I get you. If you buy what you love, you won't mind if prices dip or increase. But next big run up, I will definitely take some things off the table. Duplicates. Yeah, and absolutely. These are D. I think that's the right move for sure. Not financial advice, opinions only. But as you start to see that run up, when things start to pump again and things get moving high, that could be the opportunity to let go of some duplicates, either to reinvest in some others that you don't have, or just to hold the gems on the side, wait for more opportunities that will eventually happen. VeVe Magic has talked about Disney World having the exact zombie cap in the parks. See, another reason why I think they released those zombie Spider-Man and Captain Americas on purpose, kind of strategically. I definitely see in the VeVeverse too, there's probably going to be some kind of zombie land that'll look amazing, probably look awesome looking. And having those sets will probably gain you entrance to those parks or to those spots in the VeVeverse, probably in real life too, as well in the physical world, because I imagine the VeVeverse, the Disney world in the digital world, will probably resemble the physical park. So, shout out to VeVe Magic. I believe she works in Disney or for Disney, something like that. So she's got a lot of Disney knowledge. Yeah, Joe M. 007 with only 7 minutes. What is your price prediction? I think they will sell for 1 mil, but realistically, one might sell at 250K in my opinion. Yeah, so I think initially we'll probably see something like those movie tickets, crazy high prices. Maybe it depends on who gets it. Because if someone gets it who's kind of new, maybe they flip it for like 25, 30, 50K. And I think there's definitely going to be people willing to pounce on that price with those gems stacked up, ready to get something like that. I think that would be a good deal, honestly, for 7 editions of this card, Aston Martin. I think it's gonna be a big one. But I think it'll kind of settle out of reach for a couple $100,000, I would say. I would probably floor after a few get bought, flipped, depending on who has it. Some collectors have it. Anywhere like 300 to 500,000, probably. Most of them might be get listed in the millions. Wow, someone's already trying to sell this drop for 1K. What do you mean, BDK? I don't think the market's open. I just checked the market. You mean like outside the VeVe app they're trying to sell it? I think that's just going to depend on the person, the situations. I sent the Palace Discord link to your Twitter. We have a couple of giveaways this weekend. Hey, I'll always, be down to come in, stop by, check you guys out, say hi once in a while type thing. Oh, I didn't know this. Bubba Jones, appreciate you for this. Kelvin said, fam, wish I could stay with you all. No, Kelvin, peace out, brother. Appreciate you big time. Daughter needs some time. Appreciate you for always stopping in, supporting my man, Kelvin. Appreciate you big time. Good, take care of the fam. Appreciate you. Good luck on the next drop if you go for it. If not, I'll talk to you later, my man. The Hulk 60th anniversary. Do you think a Hulk drop to commemorate? I definitely see them kind of lining their next drops up with things that happen in real life. So definitely possible. I don't know about this, Knight Rider. I would say the static DeLorean, no. The static Ghostbusters, no. The static James Bond, maybe. And I only say that just because the other ones are going to be out of reach. So maybe they make this one drivable as well, too. Absolutely, Jerry. Try to do that. Absolutely. Try to stop in when I can. Yeah, I'm kind of getting this feeling too, VeVe World. I'm just kind of under the impression that they're probably going to let the market breathe a little bit. But again, they could ramp up the drops. I kind of got feelings that they could do both. I think at least for a week or two, they may cool out the drops and let it kind of the market breathe a little bit. It's going to depend a lot on the licensors, though. You know, a lot of times they have a lot of say in the scheduling of these drops. Price prediction for ultra rare. I'm going to go over the price prediction on the next live stream. As soon as the market opens, I'm going to cut this one off and then come back on at like a 2 p.m. Eastern time. And I'll go over what I expect the predictions to be on this next drop. For this one that just dropped the static, I see it being a few hundred over the retail price. Maybe it's 1,000, like the one guy was saying. And when I think it could work its way down just heading into this next James Bond drop today. And then after this drop, it kind of goes back up a little bit. Yeah, probably 1 to 2 mil. I definitely see a few listings in the mill for sure. I'm just kind of thinking maybe in the very, very beginning, there's a couple flippers. It all depends who gets it. You know, someone with a lot of experience probably will come out and list it, and probably not even list it, but maybe list it for like 5 mil. Someone who's maybe new looking for a quick flip, maybe they list it for like 50, 100K and it gets bought like that. So we'll see what happens. One last thing, 98 people watching and only 38 likes. Smash that like, fam. Appreciate you, Kelvin. Appreciate you. Okay, he wanted cash then. That's another great point too. March is International Women's Month, and we already know Rewind is going to be dropping again. So maybe another famous woman in those cards. We have Cleopatra. Could be huge. It could be another huge month. I think it's still for a select group of people, Ronnie Light. It's only for a select group of people who do have 1,000 gems or more. I think a lot of people got it twisted and think if you have 1,000 gems in your account, you're gonna get the MTL. Another rewind. Yep, early March. Appreciate that, Melissa Tozer. I'm kind of waiting for the market just to open up with you guys. I gotta go to the bathroom so bad right now. Yeah, Facebook VeVe group. Oh, okay. So people are just trying to get some cash for it, I guess. Like I said, I think the price, whatever it comes out as, probably work its way down as people maybe flip for more gems for this next drop. But I'll be trying to buy one of these, to be honest. 3 hours and 22 minutes for the next drop. So hoping the marketplace would open up right now. But I got to go take a bathroom break really quick. So I'm trying to hold out until it opens, but it's getting close. If it's cheap, I'm going to scoop one. Yeah, same here, Austin. I don't think it's going to come out too cheap right away. P-Gate. Kent W. Dude, I have to go really bad. I was curious if it stopped being grayed out once you get over 1,000. Thanks for the quick response. Yeah, running late. I'm not positive on this, but I'm pretty sure Melissa is right. They did just come out with a Medium article on this, so you'll be able to find out all the details in there. I'm pretty sure though it's just being rolled out in waves of users still, like from the very beginning. And in those waves of users, it's the people who have above 1,000 gem balance. I do fun under sun. Now maybe I'm wrong because like people are saying, you know, International Women's Month next month. We do know there's going to be another rewind drop next month. I think they're excited for that. Depends who the woman is. You know, it could be a huge, you know, figure in the world, and it probably will be. So that could, you know, pump. That could kind of temporarily pause the pump on the market again. But I see the market kind of recovering after today. Slowly, it's not going to be like, all right, tomorrow it's back up to where it was. I think it'll happen slowly as more and more people try to figure out what's dropping next. Comics are too loaded right now. I agree, Lenny, big time. The Bishop one is low. Yeah, the market definitely will get back to where it was, in my opinion. Not financial advice, but I do believe it just goes in cycles. You know, right now is probably the buying phase, the accumulation period. And when things are running up all-time highs, that's when the FOMO sets in. That's when a lot of people are like, let me grab this, let me grab this. But that's usually, try to flip it psychology-wise, that's usually a time to maybe let go of a couple of duplicates. And then when it's times like this, when it feels like it'll never get back up there, feels like, it's at an all-time low, now could be a time to use those gems in the market to capitalize on some opportunities. All right, looks like they're waiting for the moment until I use the bathroom, and then they're going to open up the market, I bet. But if that happens, so be it. I'm going to try to make a YouTube post, let you guys know on YouTube, Twitter, Instagram that the market's back open. So hopefully people can get in there right away. Maybe sell off a collectible they just got on the drop, maybe grab some, maybe just look to see what the prices are at. So yeah, Milestone, this is actually a great point. I think in the very beginning, people just got conditioned to being able to grab everything. And there was kind of like the blessing phase, being able to grab everything. But as we start having more and more drops, it's going to be hard to be able to grab everything unless you are super, super rich. So I think we will start to see people kind of focus on things that they're just fans of. Yeah. Could you imagine that? Fun under the sun. Need to pick up Doom and Wonder Woman. Perfect timing now. Yeah, absolutely. Both are super low, especially Doom. Pretty good opportunity, feels like. But all right, guys, if you guys know that I'm going to be letting you guys know. Hopefully, I can find out exactly when it happens. Try to let you guys know ASAP, get in there early. But I will be making a YouTube post when the market's open. I'm going to be signing out right now. And I'm going to be coming back on the live stream for the next drop today. The big one, 507 editions with the 7 edition blind box collectible, $1,000 retail price. Highest retail price we've ever seen since the Secret Rare Captain America, Secret Rare Spider-Man, $400 retail price. I expect the prices on these to go to the moon. The value of these collectibles dropping on the blind box are going to be absolutely insane, I think. So shout out to anyone who was able to get one. Camille, I think, got one of the only people in the live chat today. Hopefully anybody was able to get one, on different chats, solid moves today. Congrats on the pickups. And anyone who picks one on the market, great job picking them up. I think the Aston Martin DB5 will be a solid card to have. But till then, I'll see you guys next live stream. Appreciate you guys for the support, the live chats, the comments, the likes, everything. It means a lot. Good luck on the next drop. I'll see you guys in a little bit, in a couple more hours. 2 p.m. Eastern time. That's when I'll start the stream. See you guys then. Signing out. It's your boy, Johnny Dunn. We out, fam.